guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I wanted to share with you an updated makeover version of a Salisbury steak. I did one years and years ago, and this is not too different from that one, but it's just, it's better. It's better. It's got a thick, luscious gravy that, you know, when you spoon it on mashed potatoes, it is like the mashed potato is a bed and the gravy is the softest blanket you've ever seen in your life. They just go together so well. The steak is tender, it's flavorful, it's everything it should be. Let me run you through the ingredients of what you will need, which is not very many, actually. You'll need, let's start with the beef, okay? You'll need ground beef. I like a lean ground beef, whatever you choose. For the beef, to flavor it so well, you will need granulated garlic. This is granulated onion flakes, which I really like. I've got some dried parsley, and this is the secret ingredient. You will need some ground bouillon powder, or like a bouillon cube, a beef bouillon cube, and you just crumble it with your hands. You just need one, or 1 teaspoon of the bouillon powder. Trust me, divine. You'll also need an egg, breadcrumbs, and in here, Worcestershire sauce and some ketchup, and you'll just need a little bit of salt and pepper. That's for the beef to make your patties. For the mushroom and onion gravy, you will need mushrooms, you will need onions, you will need butter, you will need a little bit of olive oil, you'll need garlic, you'll need beef stock, and a little bit more Worcestershire sauce, and then just to season it at the end with some salt and pepper and some parsley. That's it. All right, let's get going. I'm going to work on the patties. I'm going to add everything in and then just mix it all together. You've got your spice, you know what I mean. You got your breadcrumbs. This stuff right here, please don't leave it out. It makes such a world of a difference, and it makes this just so flavorful and delicious. And you'll need 1 egg, lots of freshly ground black pepper, and then just a pinch of salt. Not too much salt because we do have the bouillon powder, which is salty, but you just want to make sure that the meat is well seasoned. I'm going to mix everything together with clean hands, and then I'm going to form these into about 6 patties. So here we go. All right, so I formed my patties. I like to form little oblong shaped patties. You can do whatever you want. I've got my skillet preheated here to about medium-high heat. Now this is a nice like non-stick skillet, so I don't have to do a lot. I don't have to add a lot of fat to make sure that my beef doesn't stick. But all I'm going to do here is sear these on both sides. So I'm not looking for a ton. I'm looking for color, but I'm not looking for these to be cooked all the way through. Beautiful. I'm just going to go ahead and sear these on both sides. I'll then take them out, and we will move to the next step. I love Salisbury steak. I don't make it often. I do not know why. It is so delicious. And I think what would be really fun too is to do some kind of like Salisbury steak, like roast, like pulled, like a pot roast, like in the crock pot. I think that would be really good. So I'm gonna work on that. Look how gorgeous that sear is. Just gonna take these out. And if you wanted to, by the way, you can make these smaller. So with 2 pounds of ground beef, I like to do about 6, but you can do 8 to make them smaller. You know, you can make meatballs. Whatever you fancy, my friend. Now, you see in here, this is goodness. This is absolutely delicious. There's about 2 tablespoons, I would say, of olive oil. I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons of butter, and I know it sounds like it's a lot, and it is, but you really want this gravy to be next level delicious, so trust me, you need all of it. I'm going to add the mushrooms and the onions, and I'm going to just cook these in about medium-ish heat. And it could take a while to develop the color that I'm looking for. They won't be like crispy and like super brown. They'll just be, I'll show you. They'll definitely take off some color. They'll slump down just a little bit, and they will be absolutely perfect. I'm actually going to add the salt now, and I know you hear all the time that you shouldn't add salt to mushrooms when they first go in because it draws out moisture, but that's fine because we're going to evaporate that moisture right out anyway. These are looking magnificent. I wanted to show you a tip on how, when you're cooking with mushrooms, patience is really important. So try to leave them in a single layer for a few minutes at a time, and they really sort of get these beautiful little bits right there that add so much flavor to your finished product. This is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic now, because if I added it back then, There's a chance that it would have, you know, burned since I was sauteing these for a while. So just add them in, stir them around for about 30 seconds or so, just to cook that raw garlic flavor out. And turn that down a bit. Can I just tell you, I just tasted one of these mushrooms and they taste so delicious because they soaked up the flavored oil from searing the beef and the butter. So good. Now we add some all-purpose flour. Stir that in until you no longer see a lot of raw flour. You just want to make sure it's incorporated well. And then, that looks good. We're getting there. I like to do it kind of slowly. And then we're going to add in lots of beef stock with some Worcestershire sauce. And this is what's going to give you the most delicious gravy you have ever had in your life. So good. Add those in. Looks very liquidy at this point, but you have to just trust me. This will end up being such perfection. Just you wait. And then you just take your seared beef. You sort of like plonk it back in. I try to move the mushrooms around if I have to, you know, as best as I can. And then this needs to just come to a boil. Cover the pan with a lid and let it simmer for about 30 to 45 minutes. And what I like to do halfway through is come and flip the beef patties so that there's just even cooking all around. And I will show you what they look like when they're done. All right, it's been about 45 minutes. They were partially covered. And then I just I uncovered it for the last like 5-ish minutes. And this sauce is so glorious. You cannot even imagine. You do need to hit it with some fresh parsley. And listen, I'm going to be serving this tonight, which you'll see in the thumbnail, with some mashed potatoes and then some good classic like peas and onions. It is going to be phenomenal. But I want you to just see this gravy. It is just thick and it's glossy and it is just comfort and it is incredible. And I'm just going to take a slice out of this because then I'm going to serve it to dinner and I don't want anyone to see that I have like sliced into one in half. It just cuts like butter. The steak itself just cuts through like butter. I need some of that gravy. Then I need one big bite. And it smells so good. That is hot. But it is literally the most delicious Salisbury steak on the entire planet. Make this recipe. The recipe is online at thekitchen.com. You will adore it. I promise. I hope you enjoy spending time with me, and I will see you next time.